Welcome back, baseball fans. Summer 69-72 carryover league. Tonight, the National League West. Padres and Dodgers. What do you think's happening, folks? Padres, an expansion team in 1969. Well, yeah, if you're thinking the Dodgers are up in the series, you're correct. But it's been truly bizarre. Series opened up in LA 5 games ago, and the home team has not won a game. That's right, folks. Padres shocked the world, winning 2 games in LA. All they have to do is go home to Yacht Rock, San Diego, to win 2 out of 3 to end the series and embarrass the Dodgers. They lose all 3. And now we're right back to a more predictable scenario. Dodgers can win the series today or in Game 7 at home from Chavez Ravine. Let's take a peek at the standings before we start the game here. It got interesting for a while in the National League West as the Giants were at one point only a game and a half behind the Dodgers. Then Dodgers won those 3 straight. Now they're back to being 3 behind. Dodgers are still a half game behind the Stros, who have to play the Giants. And the Padres, their golden opportunity for relevance, they kicked that can down the road, folks. They were 10-14. You didn't win 2 out of 3, and now they just become another has-been. Yeah, you need somebody like Randy Jones to help you out on this team. But anyway, Game 6 from LA for the Padres. It'll be number 4 starter Dick Kelly, and arguably the best number 4 starter in all of baseball, Tommy John of the Tommy John surgery. Gets the start today. Let's get rolling here. Leading off for the Padres, Ed Spezio, 56 Ks. Canizero walks. LaRon Lee, 1-5. Take a look at LaRon Lee's card. Didn't do much in San Diego in that series, by the way. Here, a 2-run blast, and once again, the road team has the lead. Road team has just dominated this series. Nate Colbert, 2-8 is a K. Cito Gaston bounces the second. Sizemore, 2-15 makes the play. Ted Sizemore, 1-8, third. Willie Davis, 1-8, pops to short. Bill Russell, 1-11, skies the left. Top of 2, Oliver Brown, Caves. Al Ferrara, short. The test tube and the scale. Dave Campbell, 6-12, skies the right. Bottom of 2, Bubba Morton, 2-5, is hit by the pitch. Wes Parker, 1-8. Take a look at Wes Parker's card. He'll last a few more years until Garvey's ready. 1-8 is a single to center. Bubba Morton holds his second. Billy Grabarkowitz, 63, first X, but Nate Colbert's 2-6 first. It's a ground ball C, though, that helps. The Dodgers call. Second and third with a 2-run lead. They're going to play it back for Bill Buckner. Right X. And Mr. Ollie Brown's a 3-13, but he's got a good throwing arm. A 3-13. He'll give up a sac fly, though, in that one. Runner second, 2 outs for Tommy Reynolds. Short. 2-1, third inning. Rich Morales, 1-2, Lomax. Ed Spezio, 1-5. 1-5 for Spezio. Take a look at the Padre third baseman. Nice steady player here in 1970. Padres, interestingly, if you look at the 69 expansion, they had some decent pitchers, no hitting. And the 70 team, crappy pitchers, and some decent hitting. So in a carryover league, you take a little bit of this and a little bit of that from those first 2 years, and you have a decent team, really. But of course, they just don't know how to win. They're young. At Spezia, homer 1-11, rolls a 15, and gets the double. Chris Canizero, 69, single 1-9 is a single. Runners on the corners for LaRon Lee. 54, center X. Willie Davis, a 1-8, chance to get a fly ball 8 here. And it cannot. It's a sac fly. Know how to slice it. 3-1, Nate Colbert, pitcher, and his 38 home runs. Bottom of the third. You know, Nate Colbert would be a great guy for the Dodgers to acquire. I mean, there's a lot of guys in this Padre team that the Dodgers should trade for, really, if they really want to get into serious World Series contention. But it's not going to happen, folks. Don't worry about it. Bob Taylor, 67 is a K. Sizemore, 1/8, third. Willie Davis, 45. Triple 1 to 7 is a triple. And with 2 outs, Bill Russell, 65, bounces to short. Rich Morales a 3E20 at short. And he makes the play. I guess we're all rooting for the Padres here, aren't we, folks? Cito Gaston, 64 off the John card. Homer 1 to 5, fly ball, and he missed it. Hits the fly ball. Ollie Brown, 312, Lomax. Al Ferrara, 211, bounce to short. Bottom of 4. Bubba Morton, 67 is a K. Wes Parker, 67 is a K. Billy Grabarkowitz, let's take a look at him. 210, but you believe this guy, Billy Grabarkowitz, this is his 1970 card because his 1969 card hit 092. But anyway, this 1970 Grabarkowitz card leads the Dodgers in homers with 17. 210 homer, 1/217. It is gone, and it is a 3-2 game. Bill Buckner, 2/8 single. Does he try stealing with 2 outs against the Canizero arm? Why not? He's in there. Tying run at second for Tommy Reynolds. 1-7 pops to first. 3-2 pads in the 5th. Dave Campbell, 39. Single 1 to 5. Doesn't get it. Rich Morales, 310. Flies left. Ed Spezio again. 57's a walk. 2 outs for Canizero. 1-6 is a walk. And it's LaRon Lee. 2 on and 2 outs. Chance to be a big star today. He's got 3 all the Padre RBI today on LaRon. 2 on, 2 outs. The pitch. 1-4 just misses it. 1-5's a 3-run bomb, but he missed it. And skies to right. 3-2. Another tight game. The Padres are playing heroic baseball for underdog. Bottom of the 5th. Before we get to that, though, let's pause a moment for station identification.
This is the Shrimp Trawler video channel.
Este es el canal de videos de camaroneros.
Okay, Dodgers need to mount a comeback, or it's Game 7. Hawk Taylor, 37 for Hawk is a K. Sizemore, 411 for Sizemore, bounces to first. And Willie Davis, 38, single 1 to 10 is a base hit. Ace stealer, does he get in scoring position with 2 outs? He's going to try and steal, and he steals second. So Willie's at second base with Bill Russell up against Dick Kelly. 49 off Dick Kelly is a walk. Kelly is 1 out away from qualifying for a win. He's a starter 6, and it's Bubba Morton. 39, he walks Bubba Morton. The bases are loaded. 2 outs for Wes Parker, and they're going to let Kelly try it. Here it is. You saw Parker's card earlier. The pitch to Wes Parker, 57 is a strikeout. Take that, Dodgers. We go to the 6th. It'll be Nate Colbert. 1-9 is a K. Clarence Gaston, 2-5 is a K. Ollie Brown, 57 is a walk. And Al Ferrara, 310, flies to left. You know, let's go through the power just real quickly here. You saw LaRon Lee. So Nate Colbert has 38 homers. Clarence Gaston, 29. Ollie Brown is 23. And even Al Ferrara has 14. You know, the Dodgers would love to have a few of those guys in their squad. And unfortunately, they don't. And that's why this series is so competitive. 3-2, bottom of the 6th inning. It's Billy Grabarkowitz. 65, short X. And Morales, a 320, makes the play. Bill Buckner, 1-7 is a grounder to third. Tommy Reynolds, 6'10", third X. Spezia is a 3E23. And he boots this ball with 2 outs. And it's Hawk Taylor at some big hits. Bob Taylor. His nickname is Hawk, I guess. Bob Taylor was a Kansas City Royal in the '69, by the way. He had some big hits in Game 5 to help the Dodgers take the series lead. And here, 67 off Kelly is a K. Dick Kelly, 3-2 lead. He's a starter 6. Padres have a fairly decent bullpen. We may play it out so he cannot lose. Tommy John in the 7th is a starter 8. By the way, this Tommy John card we've been using is actually a Chicago White Sox Tommy John card of 1969. He was acquired in the offseason in the trade where Dusty Baker ended up on the Braves. The Braves sent Orlando Cepeda to the White Sox. The White Sox sent Tommy John to the Dodgers. So, here's leading off in the 7th. It's Dave Campbell. 35. Flies to left. Rich Morales, 59. Short X. This is Bill Russell. Not very good defensively at this point in his young career. He's more of an outfielder, but he makes the play. And it's Bazio. 1-8 is a fly ball to center. 3-2 pads. Stretch time here in LA. We are listening to, it's out of the timeline, but I just wanted to hear it. Royal Scam, Steely Dan. Is there gas in the car? Yes, there's gas in the car. Bottom of the 7th. Dick Kelly. I say if he puts a guy on, we'll hook him. Do it that way. Ted Sizemore. 59K. And the Padres could use all 4 relievers really in the last 3 frames if needed. Willie Davis, 2-8. There it is, a base hit in the center field for the Ace Steeler. That'll do it. And Bill Russell's up, and he's better against lefties anyway. So 6 1/3 for Dick Kelly. And it's either Dukes or Rehberger here. Let's see. Yeah, they're both pretty good, really. I'm going to guess they were teammates. And they weren't really. Rehberger off the 69 Padres. It was their second best pitcher. So we're going to go with him. Frank Rehberger. Remember I said the 69 Padres could pitch a little bit? Well, this is what it looks like. This is what a little bit looks like. Frank Rehberger. Here he is. In the 7th, with a tying run at first. Now, does Bill Russell hit and run here? I don't see it. He'll just hit away. Russell hits away. 66. It's going to be off the Rehberger card. Double 1 to 7. It's a single dot. You got runners on the corners. For Bubba Morton, this is kind of tricky for the Dodgers because all their bench players are left-handed. And if you bring any of them in, you're going to bring in Joe Gibbon, and the lefties can't hit lefties. So they're going to let Bubba Morton hit away here as you have runners on the corners with the infield up. Let's take a look at Bubba Morton's card. He's good enough against righties with the walks. Mostly just a platoon player. Acquired in the offseason from the California Angels in the famous Nolan Ryan, Don Sutton trade. So, Bubba Morton with the infield up and holding. The pitch to Bubba, 54. Off Rehberger is a sac fly to center field. We have a tie game. Bubba. Russell's on at first. He's a beast stealer with 2 outs. Thinking about getting in a scoring position. He's going to take off. And he rolls a 7. The Dodgers are 3 for 3 stealing today. Off the decent arm of Canizero. So now you have Wes Parker with a lead run at second base and 2 outs. The pitch to Wes, 6-10, is a K off Rehberger. And we got a tie game. 3-3 Padres and Dodgers in Game 6. Who thought this would be a great series? All right, Canizero in the 8th leads it off. 3-6, single 1-2-8, rolls a 9 and lines out. LaRon Lee, 56, second X. 2E15 at second makes the play. And Nate Colbert in his 38 home runs hits him equally against lefties and righties. 33 bounces to third. Tommy John gets through 8, giving up just the 3 runs. Rehberger will continue to deal. Grabarkowitz, 42, right. Billy Buckner, 45, skies a left. And with 2 outs, batting for Tommy Reynolds, it'll be Frank Baker, who will also move to short, and Bill Russell will move into the outfield in Tommy Reynolds' spot. Well, Bubba Morton will go into left, and Bill Russell will go into right. And we actually, if we get anything out of this, we might actually take Bubba Morton out. Anyway, 2 outs. Frank Baker pinch hitting here. 56 off Rehberger is second X. Dave Campbell's a 3E29, and that is an error, cheap error with 2 outs. And it'll be Bob Taylor who will bat. Bob Taylor, 2-8 is a strikeout. We go to the 9th. Do we give Tommy John a chance to throw one more inning so we can possibly get a win? They're going to leave him out there. Tommy John in the 9th against Clarence Gaston, 4-4, short X, the new shortstop. This is Frank Baker, just was brought in as a 3E21, and he makes the play. Bill Russell was a 4E42. Oliver Brown, 37 is a K. And with 2 outs, Al Ferrara, 46, skies to center field. This highly touted Padre offense is just sputtered out in this series. Bottom of the 9th, Rehberger's pitched 5 outs. And let's see. An elimination game, I think you have to go with Bob Miller here. Rehberger will come out. He's a relief 2, could break in this inning. And Bob Miller's a relief 3, so we're going to get 3 innings at least out of Bob Miller if it goes extras. Here's Bob Miller, the Padre closer. He actually was on the Pirates on their 1971 team and had a .164 ERA in 99 innings. So he has a World Series ring, to his credit for that. But anyway, Bob Miller in the 9th. In a 3-3 tie, trying to prolong the Padres' season a little bit. Ted Sizemore will lead it off. 2-4, pops to short. Willie Davis, 2-7 is a single to left field. And how about some guts here and try a stolen base? The 4th one. He's just going to go for the 4th stolen base of the game, and he's thrown out on a 16. The resilient Padres make a play. 2 outs. Bill Russell, 34, grounds to third. We go extras. Tommy John, I only have my starter 9s pitch extra inning games. He's a starter 8. He will leave, but to no avail. The Dodgers have only Pete Mickelson and Jim Brewer at the back end of their bullpen. So they're used to these kind of games, low-scoring affairs, tight ones. Pete Mickelson will come on in the 10th. Campbell, Morales are awful. I think the Padres should just go all in with Stewart and Hunts here. All right, Steve Hunts will come in for short and hit away here. He's got power. He got to hit a home run off of Mickelson on 4-4, 4-5. Here we go. Steve Hunts pinch hitting, 2-11, grounds to third. All right, batting for Rich Morales now will be Jim Stewart. He also has power. Maybe he'll hit a home run on 4-5 or 4-6. Jim Stewart, 4-9. Bouncer to short. This is Frank Baker, a 3-21. He makes the play. With 2 outs, Ed Spazio. 2-7. Single on a 4. He lines out. All right, we go to the bottom of the 10th. Bob Miller's 2nd inning of relief. Bubba Morton. He's going to bat again. We have Haller and Crawford in the game, but as soon as they come in to pinch hit, we most likely see Joe Gibbon. We don't want to see that. So, Bubba Morton. 1-5 is a walk. He's a 1-11 runner. Let's see what we got on the wheels. It's kind of, yeah. Willie Crawford's a 1-16 runner. So Willie Crawford will pinch run for Bubba Morton. He's not a good base stealer, but a great base runner. And could easily score from second on a single. Wes Parker, 45 off Bob Miller is a single to the left. I know it's 0 outs, but if you have a chance to go coast to coast, you should try it. LaRon Lee is still in left field. He has a 0 arm. And Crawford, the 16 runner we just brought in, is going to try and go to third. Here's the number to look at right there. And the throw, he throws him out on an 18. Wow! What a huge break for the Pods, keeping their season alive. So with nobody out, I normally like to go coast to coast with 1 out. Decided to do it with 0 outs in this case, just to get this thing over with. Didn't work. It blew up in my face. So, the great pinch runner Willie Crawford thrown out at third base by LaRon Lee in a strange development. So Parker's at first with 1 out now, and it's Billy Grabarkowitz. 2-5 is a K, and with 2 outs, it's Bill Buckner. 1-3 lines to first base. We'll go to the 12th inning, or the 11th inning. Chris Cannizzaro, 46, base hit. LaRon Lee, homered way back in the first inning. 4-10, center X. Willie Davis, a 1-8. Is this thing going to go 18 innings? I don't know. Maybe. Nate Colbert, 55, second X. He's a 2E15 at second base, and that's a double play. 2 innings in the books for Mickelson. Bob Miller, this will be his 3rd inning. Frank Baker, 44, Frank Baker, leadoff single. No stealing, 13 runner. Bob Taylor, 3-6 is a K. Ted Sizemore, 66, sky's a center. And with 2 outs, it's Willie Davis. Give me a 3-6 to walk this thing off. 2-12, pops to second base. Bob Miller delivers to 3 innings needed. We go to the 12th inning. Mickelson's a relief 3. He's going to stick around for 1 more inning. Cito Gaston, top of the 12th, 3-3 tie. 55, bouncer to second. This is Sizemore, the 2E15, and he makes the play. Juggled it a little bit. You saw a single there momentarily until he plugged in his ear inning. Ollie Brown, 1-4, bounce to short. And Al Ferrara, 111, grounds the third. This highly touted middle of the lineup I talked about earlier in this video has done nothing today. Colbert, Gaston, Brown, Ferrara are 0 for infinity through 12 innings. My goodness. Mickelson is done with 3. Miller is done. We're down to Dukes and Gibbon. Well, you might as well use Gibbon now, right? So Joe Gibbon will come on in the bottom of the 12th to face Russell, Morton, Parker, and so forth. So Joe Gibbon, take a look at Joe against Bill Russell in the bottom of the 12th inning. 66, skies are right. It's not Bubba Morton, that's right, it's Willie Crawford in Bubba Morton's spot. Willie Crawford. 67 is a K, and with 2 outs, it's Wes Parker. 48 is a walk. He's a C stealer. He's not going anywhere. Billy Grabarkowitz, 38 is a K. My goodness. We could be here for a long time, folks. Jim Brewer's coming in the 13th inning. He's a relief 2. We'll have him pitch just the 2. And we're starting to run out of bodies here. The Padres have Clay Dalrymple, a left-handed batter, available on their bench. And the Dodgers have Tom Haller, a left-handed batter, on their bench. But we got 2 left-handed pitchers in the game anyway. So, in the top of the 13th, Steve Hunts will lead it off. 68 is a K. Jim Stewart, 1-7 is a walk. He's a C stealer. Who's catching again? Taylor, what's his arm? +2 arm. Actually, so is Tom Haller. He's going to steal with 1 out. And he's out stealing. I'm trying, folks. I really am here. 2 outs now. Ed Spezio. 3-12 is a Lomax. Bottom of the 13th inning. Padres giving the Dodgers just everything they could ask for. Buckner leads off in the bottom of the 13th against Gibbon, who's a relief 2. 2-9, Billy Buck with a single. He's a B stealer. Frank Baker can't bunt or hit and run. He's a D. I'm not going to run out of this inning just like I did with the Padres at the top of it. Baker will hit away with a runner at first. Frank Baker, 43 off Gibbons' card, is a fly ball to left. Oh boy, the weak link. LaRon Lee, a 48. That is going to be a double, and the Dodgers now have it going. Second and third. Nobody out. Bottom of the 13th. It's Bob Taylor, Ted Sizemore, and Willie Davis. The infield has come up for Hawk Taylor. The pitch. 1-3, grounds the third. Runners have to hold. It's Ted Sizemore. It's still up. Sizemore, 65, center C. Too shallow. It's Willie Davis, lefty-lefty, with 2 outs and 2 on. In the bottom of 13th, I could walk him, but Bill Russell's better against righties. Willie Davis, 1-5, is a bouncer to short. Doesn't happen, folks. He strands them. Second and third, nobody out. 2 solid innings now for Joe Gibbon. We'll go to the 14th inning here. Wow. It'll be Canizero, Lee, and Colbert against Jim Brewer. 43, left X. I forget who's in left. It's not Reynolds. It's not Morton. The new left fielder is Crawford, a 3E9. A 3E9, and he makes the grab. The longest game of the year thus far is 18 innings between the White Sox and Mariners on opening day. All right, LaRon Lee, 6'11", first X, but you got the Gold Glover Wes Parker. You're not getting on. And with 2 outs, Nate Colbert, 1 swing and a Nate. Could give the Pods the lead. 1-8, misses the column and K's. 2 innings for Brewer. Bottom of the 14th, Joe Gibbon. It's Russell, Crawford, Parker, and Grabarkowitz. He's a relief 2. Let me look at Tom Dukes and see if he's a relief 3 or what he is. Dukes is a 2 as well. I'm going to let Gibbon pitch 1 more inning just because it's desperate times here. So Bill Russell in the bottom of the 14th will lead it off. 2-8, grounds are short. Willie Crawford, got a hit on his card, roughly. 67 is a K. And Wes Parker. 1-8 is a single. And with 2 outs, it's Billy Grabarkowitz. The pitch to Billy, 42, pitcher B. Gibbon gives you 3 as well. We're going to the 15th inning, and no, Brewer's gone. Mickelson's gone. Can't use any more starting pitchers, so now you're in dire straits for the Dodgers. Moeller and Baldwin. These are the weak links of the team. These are the garbage time pitchers, but it's not garbage time. It's 3-3 in the top of the 15th inning. Moeller has a 3.82 ERA. Dave Baldwin's ERA is 4, but he's bad against lefties. Oh, we're going to go with Dave Baldwin. Because the left, you got Gaston, Brown, Ferrara, and then you have Hudson Stewart with Dalrymple on the bench. So, in the 15th inning, Dave Baldwin comes in. He's terrible against lefties, but Padres unfortunately don't have a lot of good lefties on this team. So, Cito Gaston leading off the 15th. 2-4 center. When the game is this long, you just fill up every box you can, and then I'll have to color code the pitchers to get their stats, which is a little time consuming. I'll do that after a break because this is going to require it. It's Oliver Brown, 1-9, lines the third. And Al Ferrara, I could pull him for Clay Dalrymple here. Oh, why not, right? Because they don't have a left-handed pitcher. All they have is Joe Moeller. So Clay Dalrymple is batting for Al Ferrara as your DH. Let's take a look at Clay. Has a homer on 3-6, and Baldwin's bad against lefties. So, the pitch to Clay Dalrymple. 4-10. Short X. This is Frank Baker. He's played good shortstop since he's been brought in defensively. He makes the play. My goodness. We go to the bottom of the 15th, and it's going to be the Tom Dukes show the rest of the way. Tom Dukes. For the Padres in 1970, he threw 69 innings with a 4.04 ERA, and it's up to him to save the series. Bottom of the 15th. It's going to be Bill Buckner leading it off way over here in this column. Bill Buckner. And if I wanted to, with no lefties available for the Padres the rest of the way, Tom Haller is available to pinch hit as a left-handed batter. So here's Bill Buckner. 67 is a K. Frank Baker. 1-9 is a walk. A one-out walk to Frank Baker. And here is Bob Taylor. And I very well am going to do it. I'm going to bring in the last guy on the bench. Just take a look at him, folks. Tom Haller will bat for Bob Taylor as a left-handed batter here. Chance to win the game with a runner at first and one out. The pitch to Tom Haller, pinch hitting for the backup catcher. 47 is a walk off the Tom Dukes card. You've got 2 on, 1 out. Ted Sizemore is the batter. The pitch to Sizemore. 4-4 short X, but this shortstop is awful. This would be Steve Huntz. He's a 4E34. Pretty much virtually impossible to get a double play on this one. And the Dodgers are hoping we get a single dot to end this game or an error. Single dot off the shortstop, and it's it's a pretty crappy way to end the series, but mercifully this game and this series is over, and the evil Dodgers have won it 4-3 in 15 innings. Frank Baker scores on a single on a botched ground ball past Steve Huntz. Only 1 out recorded in the 15th inning. 15, and then this will be 14 and a third. I should be 7, 8, 14 and a third. All right, so the series is over. I'm going to take a break here, and I will color code all this and show you how I do that, and give you the composite box. So stand by. Okay, baseball fans. So here is the box for this game. 15 innings. Dodgers. Looking back, this is going to be one of the big stories, I believe, in the National League standings, and what the Dodgers had to do to not bungle a disappointing loss to the Padres. Losing the first 2 at home, then ripping off 4 straight wins. The starting pitchers are indicated in yellow here. Tommy John threw 9 innings. Dick Kelly 6 1/3. Every time you bring in a new pitcher, you color code it, and that helps you collect the stats. The Padres had 4 hits in 15 innings. They were 4 for 46, and as much as I talked about Colbert, Gaston, Ollie Brown, and Ferrara, they went 0 for 22. And literally, it was the 2-run homer and the sac fly in the early innings that kept the Padres in this game. The Dodgers put 21 men on base and just stretched this thing out over 15 innings. More importantly, when you look at the standings, at one point, the Dodgers were 15 and 12 after losing the first 2 games, which meant the Giants were only a game and a half behind them. The Giants still have to play the Astros in a best-of-7 before the All-Star break. So the Giants could have made their move to pass or get into first place. Now it's going to be a little bit hard for the Giants. And, of course, the Padres really weren't competing for anything. But the Dodgers, you have 6 series before the All-Star break. You play 3 best-of-7s, 2 best-of-5s, and a best-of-3 for a maximum 20 wins. The Dodgers won 19. You could, however, lose 14 while winning those, and they lost 12. So they literally were winning every series by a whisker, with only 3 games unplayed in that. Going back again to the box, if you recall the end of that game, it was a ground ball to the shortstop, Steve Huntz, who was a 4.34, and he gave up the single with his bad defense. And in Game 5, same thing happened. Jim Bunning lost 3-1. 2 of the 3 runs happened with the bases loaded and 2 outs, a single ... through Steve Huntz. So Games 5 and 6 of this series, the defensive lapses of a bad fielding shortstop netted the Dodgers 2 wins. This is something I get back to as far as defense in the league. I like to value as many of the Strat-O-Matic statistics as I can to make the league exciting. Good offense, good pitching, relieving, starting, defense, substitutions, platoons, etc. And you can win games you can lose games by simply having bad shortstop play, and it showed it right here. So no, the Padres do not pull the upset. And we look at the composite boxes, and we show that the Dodgers at 19-12 are hitting .268 with a 3.45 ERA. They don't have anybody with more than 5 home runs on the team. Messersmith is 7-2. He's still in the Cy Young conversation. Padres 10-18, hitting .238 with a 4.02 ERA. Nate Colbert's got 8 home runs, but just not enough offense from those boppers that I spoke highly of. Jim Bunning is 0-6. That hurts. Yeah, and year to date, we've played 404 games, now hitting .260. With that pitcher's duel, the league ERA is now down to 3.86, and it will probably finish the year under 4 at this point as we start to get to the All-Star break, then the postseason tournament where we weed out the bad teams who mostly have bad pitching. All right, it's been a long one. Been a really very important series that just played out. Thanks for checking out the video. We'll see you next time.